What's up, beautiful people? It's your favorite cousin Rich back once again. I really do appreciate y'all for listening. Hope y'all having a blessed and abundant time. Not just now, but always. It's currently Tuesday, March 25th, 2025, 11:27 a.m. And we're going to get into it. Talking about how chosen ones are the winning lottery ticket. You know, chosen ones, you are the winning lottery ticket. You are the prize. Now, understand, it's not just one person who can be a prize in a situation or a relationship or anything of that sort. It can be more than one, but it can be both parties. But majority of the time, I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to keep it true with you. When divine sends you on a mission, because a lot of times that's what we are. We're on a mission. When divine sends us on a mission, we are the ones that are more than likely the lottery ticket, I should say. And what do you mean by lottery ticket? It's the same way that you see a real life lottery ticket. How that lottery ticket can change people's lives, move you from one neighborhood to another, relieve you of stress. It's the same thing. See, I consistently say it. Chosen ones, when you enter somebody's life, when you put into somebody's life, you're there for a reason. You're there for a blessing. And normally that blessing turns into a lesson. But you are there for a blessing, to be a blessing, not to be a burden. Just like a real life lottery ticket. It's there to be a blessing and not a burden. But if you're not prepared to handle what comes about receiving that lottery ticket, it can become a burden. Same way as you. If people are not prepared to handle or deal with you properly, they may see you as a burden. Everybody's not prepared to be with or handle a chosen one or anything of that sort. Just like everybody's not prepared to handle or have a winning lottery ticket. Why? They'll squander the money. They'll take it for granted. They won't do what they're supposed to be doing with it. Change their life for real, you know? Same way they treat chosen ones. But unlike a lottery ticket, which is an inanimate object, you know, it can't just get up and leave whenever it's not being treated how it's supposed to be treated or used how it's supposed to be used. You have that power to get up and leave. You have that power to get up and go to any situation as you choose that will, as you see fit, that will treat you as you should be treated. You have that power. Remember, you have to remember who you are and whose you are. Just like if you got kids or your parents wouldn't want to see you in a messed up situation, a messed up relationship where somebody's taking you for granted or misusing you. That's the same way that you have to step outside of yourself and look at yourself. Don't be in any situation where someone is misusing you and mistreating you or taking you for granted. See, as chosen ones, we bring much more to the table than that. And you have to always remember that. And I always say this is not just for relationships or anything of that sort. This even goes for jobs, friendships, family. It goes for a lot of things. You have to remember that you are the blessing. You don't come to hurt people. You come to help. You come to uplift. You come to be that helping hand. That brother, that sister that people never had. That's you. That's me. That's us. What happens? People forget. People forget the life that they were living. It's just like when people win the lottery ticket and they forget about all their friends and their family and they start acting funny. And they forgot what really got them there. It's them winning that lottery ticket. It's the same thing with you. When you glow people up, just by your presence being around, just by how you change the energy, when people take that for granted, and then they start dissing you, forgetting who you were, you know, acting like you always gonna be there. That's when you gotta get up and show people who you really are. That it was you. And how do you get up? How do you do that? You do that by getting up and removing yourself from situations. Especially, like I said, situations that's not for being geared towards your highest good or your highest being. See, I always looked at myself like a high-end luxury vehicle, like a Porsche or a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, Rolls Royce, Bentley, Koenigsegg, something real nice, real expensive. But let's use Ferrari for example. Ferrari has this thing where you have to get them serviced every so often. They force you to get it serviced. If you don't get it serviced, then they might get their Ferrari back, and they do funny stuff. But they want you to treat that car properly so it lasts forever. Because you may not be the owner, but they want the next owner to be able to enjoy it, so on and so forth. They want all their vehicles to be in pristine condition, even if they're not the ones who's owning them. They're the manufacturer. They care about their vehicles. Also, if you don't take care of the vehicle as you should, guess what? The vehicle is not going to operate as it should. The vehicle needs to be taken care of in a certain way so it can be at its highest performance, or else it'll break down. It won't perform as it should. And that's the same way as us chosen ones. People need to take care of you as you should in order to get the most out of you, the best out of you. And when people don't see you as such, when people don't take care of that delicate maintenance of you as they should, you should withhold your energy. Don't allow people to get too comfortable or get comfortable at all in any situation or relationship with you. That's what I said the other day. You need to pop quiz people to see if they're really here or if they just cruising along on cruise control. Because people would do that. Especially with chosen ones. They would do that quickly. Because number one, it's hard to admit that you were ever in a situation where you needed that lottery ticket, right? It's hard for you to admit that you needed that lottery ticket. It's hard for you to admit that you need that shoulder to lean on, to cry on, that helping hand, that friend, that confidant. It's hard to admit that you were ever in a situation that you ever needed this type of person. So for divine to deliver that type of person, and then for you to mistreat it, or not treat it as such, is damn near blasphemous. That's why I said you need to remove yourself from the situation, because you are the blessing that that person cried out for. Whether they say it or not, it's the truth. Like I said, chosen ones, it's like we're here on a divine mission. So you wonder why sometimes, why people do you wrong or this and that. Your people's karma. Especially in situations where you walk away unscathed and you did more of the teaching. And you sitting there in a situation like, why am I here? Why the divine got me here? You're there for a reason. You're there for a purpose. You're there to teach people. You're there to change the frequency. You're there to actually show people that there is some sort of actual unconditional love out here. That people do care for other people. That not everybody's rotten. Not everybody's a thief. Not everybody's a liar. Not everybody's a manipulator. You don't have to step on people's neck to make it. You can't be kind. You can't be gentle. You can't be cool. That's what you're here for. To show certain people. Certain people catch on, certain people don't. You are the game changer. You got to remember that. Never feel like you're indebted to anybody or any situation. The only person that you're indebted to is yourself and divine. That's it. So never feel like you have to stay in certain situations because people need you. No. Especially if they're not giving you what you need. No. You're only doing a disservice to yourself. Remember, the thing is to be used, not misused. Just like you need to use a lottery ticket to elevate your life. You don't misuse the lottery ticket. When you misuse the lottery ticket, you start buying and using it frivolously in ways that's not going to elevate your life. And then you're going to be like the rest of the lottery ticket winners who won all that money and went broke. Why? Because they misused it. Look at all the people who won the lottery and did right with their money, who used it properly. They're still enjoying the life today, just like you chosen ones. When people properly use you, not misuse you, but properly use you, that relationship is still healthy. It's still going, it's still flowing. And like I said, not just romantic, but friends, family, everything. When people, pour into you as you pour into them, everything is equally reciprocal, equally yoked. You put in $5, they put in 5. When they see you as a blessing and you see them as a blessing and y'all both, hands is washing each other, those are relationships that's gonna last the longest. Because you recognize and you understand and you treat each other as such. But when it's one-sided, when it's unequally yoked, when you pouring in and they can't pour into you, it's not gonna end well. It's not. Remember, chosen ones, you are the winning lottery ticket. You are the game changer. You are the blessing. Remember that. So when people are not giving you what you need, never feel bad for giving yourself what you need, even if that means removing yourself from a situation. Anyways, this is your favorite cousin Rich. I greatly do appreciate y'all for listening. Y'all be safe. Love and blessings.